Adversity is part of life, right? And I think you grow from those experiences and how to fight through and not just roll over and give up. I think that's very, very key. But then the farm crisis hit, late 70s, early 80s. And I still remember the Memorial Weekend of 1980, because it was right before our son Tony was born. And my dad and I sitting in his office till about 2 o'clock in the morning on that Sunday and trying to decide whether or not we were going to be able to keep the store open. And ultimately decided to try and grind it out. And there was a moment that I'll never, ever forget. It was the 3rd of August. A good friend of mine, by the name of Rocky Weaver. Rocky was a very, very successful businessman here in Iowa Falls. He calls me up and he said, Howie, I think I need to buy 7 Caprice Classics for our staff. You know, I kind of choked a little bit and I said, you got it. So found out what they needed and we got them lined up, and that really kind of turned the tide for us. And not that we haven't had tough times since then, but that really turned the corner for us. It was unique in 1989 to pair up Ford and Chevrolet. There was only one other one of those in the state of Iowa, and that didn't survive. And then to have both under the same building. Then in the year 2000, to buy the other dealership in town that had all the other domestic lines and bring them here, and to have all of them under one roof was unheard of, still is unheard of to this day.
As we added the other franchises, as we purchased Beckman Ford here in town and then Doug Daniel Autoland, you know, everyone thinks you just hang more signs out front, but that's not the case. You have to add people, and then there's an incredible amount of training that goes along with that to, to learn each manufacturer's unique ways of doing business.
I think the other thing my dad probably doesn't give himself enough credit for, and maybe he does, but the hard work and the sacrifice. A lot of people think you just show up and it works, and that's just not the case. It's a lot of hours. When they first got started, they were open from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8 to 6 on Saturdays. And he had to sacrifice missing out on some of the things that my sister and I participated in as we were growing up. There was a lot of times that, whether it was a family reunion or something like that, hey, somebody's got to work, somebody's got to be at the store. And so that's something that he definitely took the reins on. And it was never I'm the owner's son, so I get the pass. No, I'm also an owner, and I've got the pride. This is what it takes. This is what we're going to do in order to make this thing go.